this world. You are more than this material existence. Now in society, we're constantly fretting about, okay, how much can I make this week? How can I support my family? How can I reproduce myself into their lives so that they are maintained? Should I die? What would I leave behind? And we have these materialistic concerns, and a lot of them have a basis in compassion, but there is a disunity between immediate material compassion for ourselves, our loved ones, our nation, or even all of humanity, and the compassion that is higher. The compassion and understanding that leads to a higher realization of who we truly are. And as individuals in society, we feel like we have to fight for our own family, get a better promotion than we had before, make more money, get a leg up over other nations if we're very nationalistic, or try to propagate our religion compared to other people's religion, or our spiritual understanding compared to others, or try to say, okay, there is no God. Why don't people understand this? Let's try to make sure that people see that there's no reason to believe in a God. There's many ways that we exist in this material environment that we have here on earth in whatever society, and to varying degrees of difficulty. But what we have to realize is that we are above this world. You are above this world. Look to your highest values. Look to yourself that is beyond your immediate circumstances, beyond your immediate responsibilities, and beyond the confines of your immediate body. And your responsibilities to your family or to your friends or even to yourself if you're completely self-absorbed. That is far more confining than the understanding that we are all connected. And ultimately, we are all connected. We are all above this daily grind that we find ourselves in. There is something higher within us all that is connected at that higher level. And that higher level doesn't necessarily have to be produced, line for line here, because that higher level of understanding and connection is very hard to reproduce in the material realm, especially with our relationship with our job, with our family, with our responsibilities. But if we refer to that as our guiding light, that everything is ultimately connected, and that the best way to care for our children, for our family, for our society, is to care for every other human being as well. Because there is no absolute Shark Tank of capitalism where just you either kill others economically and gain yourself, or you're taking advantage of and are killed economically as your own individual income is concerned, or what you produce and how much you gain. But there is a better and greater reality beyond tit for tat, beyond I gain this and I gain this so that another person doesn't gain it, and that's the only way that it can work. I fight for what I have, and not everybody can have it, so I have to reinforce what I have and fight for what I have above everybody else, every other society's concerns over everybody's families that are external, that are very distant, that are perhaps in a different country, or even in your next door neighbor. A lot of people view it as a dog-eat-dog world, so they compete with their neighbors, they compete with their coworkers. And this creates an environment of stress and strain on our spiritual nature, to the extent that we forget that we can be a higher kind of person. We can look to the stars of ourself, the highest virtues that we fall into line with. And no matter what religion or spiritual group you're a part of, or even lack thereof, you can still be compassionate and not believe anything supernatural at all. We forget that we can shoot higher to those ultimate and most pure goals within us, pure virtues within us. And we get caught up in this thresher that is materialistic society, no matter what society you live in. And it's very hard in societies where it's extremely communistic, or it's very fascist, or it's very dictatorial. In these societies, it's very apparent that you have very little, and if you don't fall in line, then you're not going to get anything else in return, and you could be destroyed, and your entire family could be destroyed one way or another. Put into a camp, maybe in North Korea if you're in North Korea, or put into jail, and then your family's left out on the street in some South American countries. But if we make little progresses within as to how we understand the world, how we view what being a human is, and how we view the progress towards our own complete humanity, complete combination with all other humans, and not just focus on our own tribe, whether it be nation or religion, then if many people around the world did that, if maybe a fourth of people around the world did that, then there would be a level of so-called providence here on Earth, and a maintaining of human compassion and quality of life that we've just never experienced in the past. But it feels like such a dog-eat-dog world down here in this material realm, on Earth especially, and we're kind of in between, the tamasic darkness and the sattvic purity in this rajasic realm of restlessness between the two, that it's hard to look up. It's hard to see beyond it. It's hard to think that selfishness and greed and laziness or anger and fury can be conquered, but they can be conquered. And it all starts with every single individual looking up to the highest versions of themselves. You are above this world. Start acting like it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see all of you in the future.